Hello everyone, welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. I'm trying out different places to film in the evening. So the natural light is in the daytime, and so this is night, and I just wanted a little more flexibility so that I could film in the evening as well as in the morning. So lately I have been watching YouTube videos about marriage, and I found a podcast called Wifed Up Now What, hosted by two young millennial wives. One has been with her partner, her husband, about 8 years, married for 7. She has 2 daughters, 6 and 7, and bonus daughters, 17 and 18. Excuse me. And then the other host, Coriel, is, I think she said, married for 3 years, knew her husband for 6, and she has 2 children, a 2.5-year-old and a 7-month-old. So she's really, really young mother. And they have guests on their shows who are married. I think most the videos and episodes I've seen, they've had married guests, married women on their show. And so because that's the stage that I'm headed to with my life, I am very, very interested in how to be happily married. Happily married. Keyword, happily married. I don't want to be just married. I want to be happily married, and I would like for my husband to be happily married to me, and I want to be happily married to him. And so I will admit that when I was younger, I had these ideas about what marriage was going to be like for me. I did want to get married in my 20s, and I wanted to have 7 children. And I wanted to stay home and take care of them. I am a child of the Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family, the Addams Family, the Monsters, Leave It to Beaver, and Dennis the Menace. The Andy Griffith Show, the Waltons, all of these family shows. So I wanted a gangle of kids, a gaggle of kids, a gangle of kids, a tribe of children, a village of children. Needless to say, I didn't have any. I didn't have any children. But I always wanted to be married. I always wanted to be a mother. And I didn't really want to work. And even though I am about to retire in a few months, I just never wanted to work. But I also didn't want to be homeless. And I didn't find out about hypergamy and how to date until 4 years ago. So the church that I used to attend, a non-denominational church, says that where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. So I can be regretful of the decisions I made and feel like, well, if I hadn't made this decision, then I would have a child. If I hadn't made that decision, then I would be married now with children. When the fact of the matter is, I don't know. I don't know if I would still be married if I had married younger. I don't know if I would have been able to have children or carry a child to term. I just wouldn't know. So what is going on right here and right now in my life is the way it should be and it was supposed to be. But I do know that I have always wanted to be a wife, and I have always wanted to have children. And since it's too late for that now, I mean, to biologically give birth to children, I am also past wanting to adopt. I just want to get married, be the best wife I can be the best person I can be, and travel with my husband and just be happy together and apart. So these young ladies, I really admire them on this Wifed Up Now What podcast because they bring real issues to the table about being married, about deal breakers, all of them believing that divorce is not an option, that there's nothing that they can't work out. They do have some deal breakers. One said she would get a divorce if her husband cheated. And the other one, I think Coriel said that divorce would be on the table if he was a habitual cheater. Habitual cheater. So we all have our deal breakers. I'm not going to go down the list of whether that's right or wrong. It's up to each woman to know what her tolerance level is for whatever her deal breakers are. But what I want to focus on is the energy that I want to bring and strive to bring to the marriage that I want to have. I always felt in my being as a little girl, that I could have the marriage that I wanted, even though I didn't have any role models around me. It looks like this is just a little off according to the camera phone. And I live in an old home. It's 30 years old, but they've done a good job renovating it. And these wood floors are original to the home, and so they might be a little off. And I get this line as a little, maybe it's not a lot. I'm kind of OCD sometimes. So anyway, sorry, I digress. So I always knew within my heart that it was possible to be happily married, even though there were no role models around me about what that could look like or would look like. But I felt within my being that I could have a loving marriage if I met the right person and I was loving and caring toward him, and that there was possible to have a nice balance between happily married and having boundaries, that they were not mutually exclusive. So I'm happy today that YouTube provides so many options for women, myself, mature, young, to be happily married and know that it doesn't have to be a fantasy. Because at one point I was believing it was a fantasy. It's like, you don't know anybody who's happily married. Is it possible? And I just knew within my heart that it was, if I was kind to him, understanding. But truthfully, in my 20s, I knew that it was possible, but I didn't know how to activate it. I didn't know how to embody it. I was an angry young woman. And what I found is that when women are born and raised in urban environments or in urban communities, there's a lot of masculine energy that we're raised with, and myself included. We walk around guarded, looking like somebody did something to us, with plenty of attitude. It's a hard environment to grow up in, to be honest. Growing up in an urban community is a hard environment to be feminine, in which to be feminine. I'll say it again. An urban community, an urban environment is a difficult environment in which to be feminine. if you want to wear dresses, which I did like wearing dresses, you know, you are wearing shorts underneath your dresses because you just don't know if some little boy is going to pull a prank on you and pull up your dress. What else? Pull on your pigtails, snatch your ribbons out your hair. Just any number of things that you could be subjected to, whether bullying, getting beat up by jealous girls. It's just really hard to be feminine in an urban environment. But like I said, I always knew that I wanted to be married, I wanted children, and that I wanted to be happily married. Not to just be married, but to be happily married. And I think at 62, about to be 63, that I'm about to get my wish and my dream is about to come true. Now, when? I have no idea. But I feel within my spirit that it's coming. So don't give up. Stay true to your standards. Date men who can give you what you want. Value yourself. Keep your legs closed until the right man is worthy of having you in your beautiful body. Because we have a lot to offer men. Not only our feminine sexual energy, but we're good people. We're good for their soul and they're good for ours, the right ones. Talk to you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, I will be going live. Stay tuned for the exact date. There will be questions and answers. I'm a little bit afraid, but I'm going to get through it, okay? And I will let you know. Don't forget to go to Amazon to check out my affirmation journals. Like, subscribe, share this channel so that we can grow it and the word can get out to other women, mature women who would like to start dating again or need a little hand holding. I'm available for private coaching. Just contact me at thehypergamousjourney@gmail.com. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.